Hello, YouTubians. So, once again, lots more information out there on the 4th gen Outbacks than the 5th gen, even though they're now about to release the 7th gen next year. I was looking for a procedure or something on how to remove and replace the radiator in my 2015 Outback. And I found a lot for 2009, 2010, 2014, but unfortunately the 2015 is substantially different. So I just decided to make this quick YouTube here. Not very high production value. I'm using Windows snipping tool, so I'm just going to head through the pictures I took and kind of walk you through how to do it. I didn't take the pictures as I was taking it apart. I took them as I was putting them back together. So they may not match exactly what you'll see, but if you just follow what I'm saying, you shouldn't have too much problems. Alright, so first start to get that cooling out. Um, I also already have this lower engine cover off. I'm not going to walk through how to take that off. It's just a bunch of plastic fasteners everywhere. Kind of use that as a barometer. If you can't figure out how to get that off, you probably shouldn't try to do this. So as I said, first you want to start getting all the coolant out of there. So open the petcock. Obviously have something under there. Take off the lower hose here. So hose clamp here, hose clamp here. And when you pull it off here, you will have a lot of coolant come out, so make sure you have something under there and pull it off slowly. Pulling it off here from the radiator, you won't have a lot, but you may have some. But then you will want this hose completely off. So as the coolant's draining, we can continue to work. So we're going to take the air cowl off. So just pop him out, and he'll just come out pretty easy. Take your overflow tank out. So 10 millimeter bolt here, 10 millimeter bolt here. Pull this hose off and then just lift straight up and he will come out. Picture wrong order. Here we go. Remove the upper radiator hose just from the radiator side. So hose clamp would be up here. Just move him off, pull this hose off, and then set him up kind of like this, just so he's out of your way. And then now the next thing is removing the radiator fans, which I didn't really take good pics, but if you're working from up top here and you look down on this side and look down on this side, you will see a connector like this, but he'll obviously be hooked in. You want to take him off. So there's one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. Here's a close-up. Kind of tricky. You gotta, this piece here, you gotta pull him up as you slide this whole connector off. So I think I just used a O-ring pick to kind of hold him up as I slid him off. I did it from working over the top, but I took this picture sliding under the car, so it may be easier going under, but I didn't try it, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, as I said, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side, and once you get those two unhooked, the last thing holding the fans on are these three clips here. So you'll just squeeze in here and push this piece out. Same here and same here, and then you'll be able to lift this whole radiator fan assembly out. If you have, so now we're going to remove the front bumper. Unfortunately, that has to come off. If you have fog lights, you want to unhook those first. So you got a connector here on the passenger side, a connector here on the driver's side, and then I shot a video on how to remove all the fasteners, so I'm going to play that now. Alright, here's all the fasteners you need to pull the front bumper off. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then if you head directly under, and I already have the undercover off, so I'm not heading through that. We got 7 right there, and then to the passenger side, 8, to the driver's side, 9, and then both on the driver's and passenger side, you'll have 1 right there, 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 right there. And as I said, it's the exact same over there on the passenger side. And then it should just pretty much pull off. It kind of has some clips like here, 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 and here. So you just pull out and it'll just pop out. Alright, so once we got the bumper off, so here's just a picture of the whole, if you kind of want to know what's supposed to be. So here's those kind of clips they just kind of slide in and pop in. Then you got some clips on the side here you can't really see, but that's all that's holding him on. So once he's off, now we got to take this piece off, because if you see, we got to get this off, but the bolt that's holding him on is under here. So we got to pop out, I think, 6 on the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you look from the front, 1 here and 1 here, and then he'll just come off. Also, he'll be off now at this point. I also just pulled this off too. He's just a foam piece. You just pull him straight out. He's just held on. He's just kind of pushed into these 4 oblong holes here. So as you can see, if I click back and forth, that's all it is. And it just kind of gets him out of your way, because you will need to be working down in this area soon. So once you had that piece off, now we get access to the hold downs. So that's a 12 millimeter. So take him off, and then just lift the whole bracket off. Now we gotta separate the condenser from the radiator. So here's kind of the area that I'm working in. So in the next picture will be a zoomed in of this area here. So you'll have to kind of move this piece of foam off to the side and take him off. I believe he's also 12. You could try just taking these off, but I took him off, so that's what I'm going to say to do. So there's 1 on the driver's side, 1 on the passenger side. So here's me taking that off on the passenger side, and same thing over here on the driver's side. And then if we go up top, we got 2 more. So 1 here, and then 1 here. And once you loosen him, this condenser will drop a little bit, so kind of be holding him up. And then now you'll see So here's the condenser, here's the radiator. So you can just kind of lean the radiator back and lift up and he'll come out. So here's a picture of mine. This is after 393,000 miles. Never once cleaned him. The reason I'm replacing him is because my coolant's overheating and I thought he was the cause, but unfortunately I'm making this walkthrough obviously after I've replaced him, and same thing is happening. So even though he looks pretty bad, I mean, this is caked here, he was actually still functioning correctly, which is kind of amazing. But so anyway, yeah, so here's everything you will have taken off except for the radiator itself, obviously. And then once you got it out, put the new one in, do all these steps in the reverse order. When you're putting the bumper back on, just take your time, kind of make sure everything's lined up and just pop, kind of push it in and you'll hear it kind of pop in. That's about all. So uh, good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.